Welcome to online lecture series in organic chemistry, and we are discussing the reactivity of metal complexes. In this video we are going to discuss the hydrolysis reactions of metal complexes. The replacement of one of the ligand in the octahedral complex like Ml5X by water or hydroxide, it is commonly known as hydrolysis reaction. So the replacement of one of the ligand in octahedral complex by H2O, that is water, or hydroxy OH minus, it is called as hydrolysis reaction. And if the product of hydrolysis reaction is aquo complex, the reaction is called as acid hydrolysis. And if the product of hydrolysis reaction is hydroxo complex, then it is called base hydrolysis. So two types of hydrolysis reactions are there: acid hydrolysis and base hydrolysis. Meaning of this is, when there is a replacement of ligand by water, then it is the acid hydrolysis, and when there is a replacement of any ligand by OH minus, that is hydroxo ligand, then it will be the base hydrolysis. So first of all, we are going to discuss the acid hydrolysis. It is also called as aquation reaction. This aquation reaction, it is common in the complexes containing cobalt 3 or chromium 3 metal ions. For example, when pentamine cobalt 3 complex containing one of the ligand X, that is the leaving group attached to cobalt, when it reacts with water, excess of water, then there is a replacement of this X, that is leaving group or ligand, by H2O, and we get pentamine aquo cobalt 3 ion with the loss of X minus. This is the leaving ligand or leaving group. So this is the acid hydrolysis or aquation. Now rate of this reaction, it depends upon the concentration of the metal complex and independent of concentration of water. This is first order reaction. At the same time, in slow step, the rate of this reaction depends upon, or in slow step there is an involvement of only one species, that is the metal complex, and therefore this is dissociative SN1 reaction. It follows dissociative mechanism and SN1 reaction. So rate of this reaction, it depends upon the concentration of this metal complex, that is CONH35X. Remember, this X is any ligand other than OH minus and H2O. This is the leaving group, and as the water is excess, rate is independent of concentration of water. Now rate of this acid hydrolysis depends upon various factors, and these factors supports the SN1 mechanism of this acid hydrolysis reaction. And first important factor is effect of charge on the complex. Now rate of acid hydrolysis decreases with increase in charge on the complex. Now as the charge on complex increases, ligands are strongly held by metal ion and dissociation of the complex becomes difficult. For example, the hydrolysis of tetramine dichloro cobalt 3 complex, the hydrolysis of this complex, metal complex, has a rate much faster. The rate of hydrolysis of this complex is very fast. At the same time, the hydrolysis of pentamine chloro cobalt 3, it has a moderate rate of hydrolysis. Now difference between these two complexes is, there is an increase in positive charge. So as increase in positive charge is there, observed rate is decreases, or rate is found to decrease. Now reason for this is, as the charge carried by metal ion increases, positive charge increases, ligands are strongly attracted or held by the metal ion. Actually, ligands are negatively charged, especially these halogens are negative ligands, and these are strongly held by the positive ion, and the dissociation of this chloro and cobalt bond, chlorine and cobalt bond, or ligand and metal bond, it becomes difficult. Dissociation becomes difficult, and therefore rate is decreases. So here the decrease in rate of reaction, hydrolysis reaction, with the increase in charge of the complex can be accounted by dissociative mechanism, or this suggests the SN1 mechanism. The rate of reaction, hydrolysis reaction, also affected by the steric factor. So effect of steric factor. The rate of acid hydrolysis increases with increase in crowding of ligands, that is the steric hindrance, and the crowding of ligands favors the dissociative mechanism, that is SN1 mechanism. As an example, consider the hydrolysis of bis ethylene diamine cobalt 3 ion. Now when ethylene diamine is the ligand, then rate will be slow, and when there is a substitution of one of the hydrogen atom in this CH2 group by methyl group, then bulkiness of the ligand increases. Now when this ethylene diamine ligand, it is substituted by somehow bulkier ligand, then rate is found to increase because steric hindrance increases. Now when two hydrogen atoms of this CH2 groups are substituted by methyl group, steric hindrance still increases. So steric hindrance increases in this order, and rate constant found to increase with the same order. It means when bulkiness of ligand increases, rate of hydrolysis of reaction found to increase, and this favors the SN1 mechanism. So steric hindrance favors the SN1 or dissociative mechanism. So in this way, steric factor also affects the rate of hydrolysis, acid hydrolysis. Now next factor is effect of electron density around the metal, especially effect of increase in electron density around the metal. Now rate of acid hydrolysis increases with increase in electron density around the metal, and increase in electron density around the metal favors the breaking of metal X bond, that is metal and leaving group bond. It will break when the electron density at metal is more. So increase in electron density around the metal favors the breaking of MX bond, that is SN1 mechanism. Now electron donating ligands, that is more basic ligands, assist the replacement of leaving group by water, because now consider this reaction, that is bis ethylene diamine pyridyl chloro cobalt 3 complex. When it undergoes acid hydrolysis, then there is a replacement of this halogen, that is Cl, by H2O. Now this pyridyl ligand, it is more basic. So as the basicity of ligand increases, electron density at cobalt increases, and this increase in electron density at cobalt favors the breaking of cobalt halogen bond or cobalt Cl bond, and easily this Cl can be replaced by H2O. It means the effect of increase in electron density around the metal ion favors the acid hydrolysis. This also supports the SN1 mechanism. And next factor is effect of nature of leaving group, that is X. Now the rate of acid hydrolysis of CONH3,5X, that is the pentamine cobalt 3 complex with X as a leaving group, it depends upon nature of leaving group, that is X. And if this leaving group, that is X, is weakly bound to the central metal atom, then it can be easily substituted by water. So bond between this metal, that is cobalt, and X, it should be weak. Then and then only it will be easily substituted by water. And the observed order of rate of loss of leaving group follows this order. Now when iodide is the leaving group, that is one of the ligand, then bond between cobalt and iodide gets easily broken and rate of hydrolysis will be fast, acid hydrolysis will be fast. Then bromide, chloride, sulfate, fluoride, acetate, thiocyanide and nitro. So in this way the rate of acid hydrolysis decreases as this X changes in this order, that is iodide, bromide, chloride, sulfate, fluoride, acetate, thiocyanide and nitro. So this also supports the SN1 mechanism. So all these factors supports the SN1 mechanism for acid hydrolysis, that is effect of charge on complex. So as positive charge on complex increases, rate of hydrolysis decreases. So this favors the dissociative mechanism. Then as the steric hindrance of ligand increases, the rate of acid hydrolysis increases. It supports the SN1 mechanism or dissociative mechanism. Next is effect of increase in electron density. As the electron density around the metal atom increases, the bond between metal and halogen breaks easily. And the last is the nature of leaving group. So all these factors supports the dissociative or SN1 mechanism for acid hydrolysis. In next video we are going to discuss the base hydrolysis